Well, g'day everybody, and welcome to our first look at Roots of Tomorrow. Thank you very much to Gamabilis for sending a copy through for this. They are the developer and the publisher of this game. Roots of Tomorrow is a free-to-play farming simulator where you manage your farm using sustainable farming practices. Expand your farm, take care of your animals, upgrade your buildings, invest in research, and explore the solutions offered by agroecology. Yes, it is free to play. There will be a link below for you guys to, if you're interested in playing this, to grab yourself a copy. It is also multiplayer. It's an indie game. The reviews are very, very positive. Now, why is it free to play? Well, there are downloadable things such as season pass, additional characters, and beekeeping. So they're DLCs that you can get if you want to support the game. Let's get straight into it. I'm actually really excited to play this, and I have set up my sound, obviously, to have no music on it and stuff. But let's start ourselves a new game. Now, at the moment, there's cattle farming, sheep farming, or pig farming. So you need to select a region on where you want to farm. I think we're going to go cattle farming today. We've got Leonard, Sammy, Anne, and Elena, or Elena, perhaps. Each of these guys obviously have different backgrounds and start with different traits. So Leonard starts the game with 10,000 more euros. The trader 5% discount on all products on the market. All searches take 1 month less to complete for the former researcher. Now there is researching and stuff in this, which we will get into as we play. We are going to play the tutorial, so I will let you know that, because it's highly recommended that you do play the tutorial. Alana is a family takeover, 10% discount on the purchase of new plots of land, which is actually pretty good as well. I think that we might be better off going, research. Research is a pretty big thing in this game. The 5% discount on all products on the market is pretty good, but I think we're going to go the researcher, Anne. Let's go. Let's get stuck into this. I'm actually pretty excited about this. It's listed as a farm sim. As a farming simulator, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes about doing that. Do you want to play the tutorial? This is recommended if this is the first time you're playing this scenario. The manual save will be deactivated. Yes, we will play the tutorial. So this is Jean-Baptiste. Hi, it's nice to meet you at last. I'm Jean-Baptiste, your advisor. I was named by your training organization to help get your farm up and running. Perfect. I hope you're looking forward to getting to know the area. Let's go for a little tour of the property. Let's do it. This is your barn where your herd will spend the winter. Your 248 cattle spend more than half of the year grazing in the pastures. Pasture grazing, moving cattle into a barn. Oh yes, that's what I like in farming. There's a little bit of realism there, really. Okay, let's go see the sheds. Why the hell not? Let's do it. The equipment shed allows you to store and protect large and small equipment. Let's move along. Here is another shed, this time to store the fodder you grow. It's nice to have it close to the barn to feed your herd. Makes a lot of sense. So that would be where we would have our bales and stuff. Here's your house. You can make some improvements to make it feel even more like home. I'm so excited, guys. Now, let's go to a very important place. Let's do it. Let's go to a very important place. Your manure stockpile. The regulations are less restrictive than for pig manure. You can store the solid manure from the stalls at the end of the field before spreading it as fertilizer, or rather as a soil improvement agent. Lovely. That's the perfect transition to talk about your fields. You've got 50 hectares and you can grow grain and fodder for your herd. Lovely, lovely. But most of the diet comes from here, the permanent pastures. Your herd grazes here from April and November, and the hay and grass silage allows you to build up the stock of fodder you'll need for winter. Makes sense to me. That's the end of the tour. I hope it wasn't too long-winded. Good luck starting up your farm. Thank you, Jean-Baptiste. Okay, it looks like you've activated tutorial, so I'll stay with you for a while longer. Thank you, buddy. I've given you a tour of your farm, but I haven't really shown you everything. Click on the inventory button at the top left. It's shaped like a bag right there. Perfect. Here you can see everything that belongs to you, from your livestock to your machines to your crops. Beautiful. Okay, so suckling cows. Do we have 70 suckling cows? 17 beef heifers? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's continue. One important thing to know, each item in the inventory has an eye icon that displays important information when you hover your mouse over it. This information system is used everywhere in the game. Tooltips are always a very good thing in a game. You can browse this menu by using the different tabs. Close it to move on. Okay, bugger, I was going to say. Oh, you dickhead. Good. Now, we'll see how to do searches. Click on the search button in the menu at the top left of the screen. It's shaped like a magnifying glass. I'm assuming that this is a research. So, research allows you to unlock new things for your farm in exchange for several rounds of research. Technology or new technologies for breeding or cultivation. You choose your own path. Okay, beautiful. Searches are unlocked from left to right, and you can only do one at a time, at least for now. Run the search for mandatory training, then close this menu to continue the tutorial. What have we got? This is turn-based, guys. This is turn-based. I forgot to mention that. So that's probably a really important thing to understand, that it is turn-based. Mandatory training doesn't have an information on it. Biodiversity. Hedge improvement. Unlock this action for each field. Animal welfare gauge plus 0.1. So that actually increases your animal welfare. Covers action. Unlock this action on each plot. So soil management. Direct seeding. Unlock this technology under sow. So we can direct seed. Okay. Precision agriculture. Feed independence. Certification project development. Genetic selection. Energy independence. Breeding assistance. Local community. Beautiful. I forgot to do launch the search. So that goes on for 8 turns. Perfect. Congratulations. You just launched your first search. It will be finished in several weeks. I'm assuming that they're going to increase the size of that kind of tech tree and research tree. But let's come back to the present. We've got a lot to do today. November 1 is the day we bring the herd back from the pasture to the barn. So in November, okay. That's different for us here in Oz, obviously. Summer. All right, so every of the seasons are turned around. Okay, perfect. This is a good chance to see how an action works. Click on your pastures and select return from pasture. Okay, so what have we got here? Permanent pasture. You bring your herd back from the pasture. Repeats on November 1 of each year. Requires a cattle order. Expand and improve your building. Your pastures need that. Oh, excellent. No worries. Here is the action window. Here you can assign someone to be in charge of this task and see all the details, such as the working time. It all depends on the action you choose. For now, you're the only person on your team, so click on your picture to assign yourself this task. You bring your herd back from the pasture. Repeats on November 1st each year. Requires a cattle hoarder right there. Beautiful. Now, you just have to do the action. So let's confirm that. And it'll bring our herd back into the barn. Okay, perfect. Now you must feed them since there's no more grass to graze. Now let's see how a repeatable action works. Click on the barn and select feed. Okay, adapt your herd's diet to each stage of development and provide all the necessary nutrients, water, energy, protein, and minerals and vitamins. Your herd grazes in the pastures from April 1st to November 1. You only have to feed them when they return to the barn from November 1 to April 1st. So it looks like there's going to be some type of balance in what you do feed them to get the most out of your cattle. That's pretty interesting. Beautiful. I'm guessing you recognize this action window. Unlike the previous one, this one has several techniques on the left that can impact the workload and your score. You should know that the workload impacts your team's morale and stamina. You can go up to 160%, but that will have a negative effect. Select the technique of your choice, assign a person to the task, and confirm the action to continue the tutorial. So we have simplified feed and adaptive feed at the moment. You don't have much time to spend on diversifying your herd's feed. The losses to the environment gauge drops because there is a waste. The animal welfare gauge is a little lower because the rations are not adapted to the animal's needs. Interesting. So we need to look at environmental impact and stuff as well. Okay. Adaptive feed, you take the time to propose rations that are better suited to the different types of cattle. You improve the animal welfare gauge by better meeting their nutritional needs, and you improve the losses to the environment gauge by reducing nitrogen waste in manure and limiting greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, beautiful. So does that give a different working? It does. Down here gives a different working time. So this is 14 hours and no minutes. Cost 260. The cost is the same, and the food requested is exactly the same as well. All right, perfect. So we are going to go for the adaptive feed. Perfect, great. This action will be repeated every turn until the grazing period starts again. Okay, so it adds to our workload. You can come back here to change the technique or the person assigned to the task at any time. Perfect. Let's finish this round with 2 more actions. Do we have action points? That's a good question. You need to sell your beef heifers before you, but before you do, I should explain how your herd works. Your suckling cows give birth to heifers and grasses that go to a fattening workshop after 9 months. 9 months. Or is there going to be a whole pile of stuff to remember in this? You keep half of your heifers for breeding. They'll become suckling cows after 35 months. And the other half is sold for meat after 33 months, okay? These are the cows you will be selling today. To do this, click on your barn and on Sell Beef Heifers. Perfect. I'm guessing that's it. Half of the heifers from each cow and kept breeding. The other half is sold. You can sell 100% of this production for a higher price through direct sales with all the shop improvements, in which case this action disappears. Great. Now you're at the market. At the sales contract level, you can see that your beef heifers are ready to be sold. Sell all your production with the sales contract that earns the most and close the market to continue. Didn't it say we were supposed to sell half? We have 18. It's a one-time contract. Rec sales. So what do we do? So it wanted us to sell all of them. Okay. That's 23 grand there. That's 23 grand there. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong stuff. Right, here we go. One-time direct contract. Let's sell. I'm assuming that he did say to sell all of them anyway. What have we got here? Distribution contracts, supermarkets, small shops. Oh. Okay. Ethical stores. Let's see. Do any of these make any difference in the... Yes, they do. Small shops. Distribution. So supermarket distribution gives us stock price. Small shops give us 10% extra. They'll sell your product for more money as long as it is high quality. Score of at least social to 2.5. Okay, I'm not sure what we have social-wise. And social for 3. So ethical stores, we get 20%. Looks like we can only, what's give? Minus 90%. Your products do not meet the health and quality criteria. Okay. Okay, this is going to be pretty important to make sure that we get this breeding right, obviously. So we are going to do supermarket distribution. No percent increase in selling price, but we got 23 grand. Let's sell. And close that. Lovely. Okay, you've sold your heifers. Your cash flow in the upper right corner has just increased. Damn straight it has. 63 grand. I'm going on a holiday. No. Before all you farmers go, oh, 63 grand, that's nothing. That won't even last you a year. You can't just go on holiday. I'm joking. You've sold your heifers. Your cash flow in the upper right. Yep, selling your heifers, grasses, and cull cows keeps your cash flow in the green, but you can also diversify your revenue streams over the 10 years. Now let's move on to your fields. Let's do it. Let's move on to the fields. Here's an empty field. I'll teach you how to buy and plant seeds. Perfect. Click on the field and then on sow. Field, sow. Okay, perfect. You must choose a seed to plant. Click on the Add Seed button, the grain-shaped button. That. Your seed stock is empty. You need to buy some in the market. Click on the Buy Seeds button. Okay, perfect. All right, this is the market. Having a sip of coffee there. There's several types of seeds to choose from. To change the quantity, you can click on the plus and minus buttons or write the quantity you need in the middle. There's two important points. You must be careful to buy seeds in season and enough to sow chosen field. Buy 1,200 kilos of winter barley for now and close the market. Well, we do need winter barley. 1,200 kilos. How do we do? Is that 1,200 kilos? It didn't actually. Didn't actually do it. So is this seeding time or is this harvesting time and this is seeding time? I'm not sure. It looks like this might be seeding time. Anywho, let's buy that 1,200 kilos. Do you really want to buy 1,200 units of winter barley for? I'm guessing that was 1,200 kilos. All right, we did it. Yes, it was. Perfect. Okay, you've purchased winter barley, but you haven't selected it yet. You must click the Add Seed button again to select it. Okay. There we go. Good. Just like the feed action, there's several different techniques you can use to sow the seeds. Choose sowing with ploughing for now. So sowing, this technique consists of cutting into the soil. Yep, we know that. Direct seeding, we haven't unlocked that technology yet. Okay, you've chosen a seed and a technique. Now you need to assign a person to this task. Click on your picture. Yep, no worries, and confirm that. So that's 10 hours and 55 minutes to sow 1,200 kilograms. All right, perfect. So that's 6.7 hectares. Beautiful. Congratulations, your crop will be ready to harvest in several months. I can't wait to see it. That's quite dark, actually, isn't it? Seeds have different sowing dates, so be careful not to miss the sowing season. It usually runs from September to June, but I'll let you know each year. There's a very important concept you need to understand: crop rotation. Sowing the same crop too many years in a row in the same field causes weed management issues and has a negative impact on yield. On this type of farm, I recommend that you alternate between head crops, corn, rapeseed, alfalfa, peas, beets, etc., and winter and spring grains, wheat, barley, triticale, oats, etc. But you can find out more in the market. Okay, winter and spring grains. I think barley and wheat are winter grains. The rest you have to do in spring, I'm not sure. The information button for each field is also available, a valuable source of information. This ends our tour for this first turn. Good job. Usually, I'd tell you to move on to the next turn by clicking the button at the bottom right, but it turns out that there are still some actions to be done. The button has an exclamation mark on it. That's this button down the bottom here. I'll let you finish those actions. Moving around's easy. Move your mouse to one corner of the screen. Yep, click on the map. Top right. You can also press and hold the mouse while moving in. Click on the button at the bottom right to find the next required action for this turn more easily. Okay, so we can zoom in and out. We've got our field up there. We've got our farm down there. We've got this field down here, which is where our manure is. And I think our cows are grazing in that field there. Perfect. If we click on that, what's the next action? There's something to be done here. Your cows have a 1-year cycle. Gestation lasts 9 months, and then it takes an average of 3 months for the cows to become pregnant again. Calving periods from November to January, so while they're in the barn. 50% of the birds are males and 50% are females. The grasses are kept for 9 months and then sold to a fattening workshop, while half of the heifers are kept for self-replacement and the other half are sold for their meat. Okay, so interesting. Okay, beautiful. Calving barn. All right, so minimum support. You don't have much time to spend on these vital steps. Just the right balance to maintain productivity. This is ideal if you found someone to help you with other tasks. And frequent. This is perfect if you hired someone talented, specifically assigned to birthing. They can take care of the animals and take over for you every other weekend. I think we're going to do that. Just a regular support at the moment. That's 18 hours of working time. Holy crap. Minimum requirement 1, maximum 3. Okay, that's in. Obviously, we can have 3 people working on this. You've finished all the mandatory actions for this turn. You can now move on. Next turn. And here we go. All right, you've just taken a leap in time. You can see the date and number of remaining turns at the bottom right. So there's the date. So we're on the 16th of November. Remaining turns 240. 2 of 2 up. I'm not sure how that works. I made you work hard in the previous term. It's time for you to understand why you're doing all of this. You have exactly 10 years to make your farm sustainable. Not overly sure I like that. I wonder whether you can, well, maybe after you've made it sustainable and you've succeeded, you can actually continue on with your farm as well. So that would be pretty cool. In practical terms, this means you'll have to earn specific scores in several sustainability criteria: economic, social, and environment. Click on the arrow in the left corner of the scoreboard to open it. Okay, right there. This panel allows you to track changes to see scores throughout the game. A more detailed version is available if you click on the score button. This window explains all the scores and gauges and also gives you some tips. Come back to it whenever you want during the game. On the top left, you can see target scores to be reached after 10 years. You can lose the game that's in progress if a score is too low. If this happens, you'll be notified. I'll let you explore this menu. To continue the tutorial, close this window. Okay, so we've got environmental 1.4. Mother Nature often knows best. Give her a hand and she'll repay you. Greening your farm with hedges and using fewer pesticides will earn you points. So I'm guessing direct drilling will probably do that as well. Losses to the environment. Pave a way for more environmentally and socially responsible operating model. Reducing anything that has a CO2 impact like gasoline or chemical fertilizers, and avoiding pollution will earn you points. Soil management. There's 3 soil states: chemical, physical, and biological. Healthy soil ensures that you can produce high quality crops for longer. Avoiding tillage, doing long crop rotations or planting cover crops will earn you points. Okay. And use less energy from external sources to increase your independence. So reducing the use of gas, electricity, gasoline, and external inputs, or even producing your own energy will earn you points. Economic-wise, money can't buy happiness. Aiming for an average salary of $1,600 per month over the duration of the game is a good goal. So no going on holiday, Simi. Keep your cash flow in the green each round and make savings to earn points. Acquiring new assets, land, equipment, and buildings increases your wealth. The goal is not to lose the value at the end of the game. Be careful as the amount owed on your loans reduces your asset by the same amount. Makes sense. And social. Anything that diversifies your business or that involves working with others will earn you points. Training, not working too much, paying your staff well, and avoiding taking on too many interns at the same time will earn you points. Anything that allows you to produce more with a better quality will earn you points. And improving the space, health, or feed of your animals will earn you points as well in the social. Beautiful. This is the final step in the tutorial. I'm going to show you how to improve your buildings. Let's take your house as an example. All right, here's our house. Click on the house, then on the improve button. Expand and improve your building. Here's the window where all the improvements are listed. Your home could use a little renovation, couldn't it? Run this improvement. So what is there? Building extension, construction of an outdoor garage. Lovely. Confirm. Great. The improvement will be finished in several weeks. While an improvement is in progress, you cannot make any more upgrades on the same building. Finally, let's take a look at the menus at the top left that we haven't explored yet, starting with the finance menu. Here we go. Into the nitty gritty. Perfect. Good. This first tab's pretty simple. You can see the history of the cash flow over the last 10 years. Click on the second tab, the borrowing tab. Okay, here you can take out a loan. If your cash flow gets too low, there are 2 loans that are always available, but only if your economic score is high enough. Additional loans are available to purchase buildings, upgrades, or equipment. Click on the last tab, insurance. Well, that's not really the last tab. Products. Insurance allows you to cover yourself in case of unforeseen events happen. This can be anything from weather incidents to a fire in your barn or storage facilities. If you can afford it, taking out the most insurance coverage is probably a good. Now click on the team menu at the top left. I just wanted to have a look at that. So level 1 covers damage other than crops suffered as a result of climatic hazard, also covers theft of agricultural equipment, also covers operating losses, what you could have sold, covers crop losses incurred as a so this covers and different levels as well. We've got level 1 of multiple risk agricultural insurance. Perfect. All right, lovely. Welcome to the team menu. In your first tab, you can see all the people who are part of your team, including your main character. You have a bird's eye view of their levels and workload. If someone is in the red, you want to reduce the workload. Okay, now click on the picture of your character. Yep, there we go. Each character has a detailed description with the number of daily they are assigned to daily, the number of tasks they are assigned to daily, or daily actions. So workload 60%. That's not too bad. On the right side is a list of their skills and their level for each of them. The higher their level, the more efficient they are with work related to that skill. You can train any character in every skill. Just click on the skill of your choice that has a plus icon. Okay, and I'm guessing that costs money. Close this window to continue the tour. So I'm guessing to... they got a picture. That might be a little bit of a boo-boo there. Got a picture of a cow. Butcher, crop, admin, sheep. We can't really have a look at anything else. We need to return. Okay, beautiful. Now go to the second tab, which is this here, my character. Here you can review your main character's information. Here's something important. You can change the salary you pay yourself each month. This has an effect on your morale. Click on the last tab. This is the one we want. If you're ever short of staff or your team is overworked, you can hire. Depending on what you're looking for, one type of contract may be better than another. Please note that the salaries indicated here are the total salaries, therefore those that you must pay out as an employer. This is about twice as much as the net salary. That's the end of the menu tour. Click on the X to close this screen. Okay. So I'm guessing you can click on them, look at their skills and all that type of stuff, which is pretty cool. Well, I think I've shown you everything. I hope it wasn't too long. You're free to explore now, I promise. But I'll come back to see you from time to time. Now, interestingly enough, we have 42. I don't know where the other money went. We're sitting up at 66. Maybe it's gone on renovations or something, I'm guessing. What I wanted to do is I wanted to have a look at the finance, and I wanted to have a look at prepare for retirement, increase your working conditions gauge each turn. Savings account allows you to save excess cash, earn 1% of the amount deposited before June every year. So we could put in $50 a month for that. Payment terminal, online payment website for direct sales. Prepare for retirement, increase your working. Insurance-wise, we have that insurance. That's fine. Cash flow. This is showing where our cash has gone, but it doesn't have any projections. So we started in 2021, and 2031 is when we need to be sustainable. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Searches, I think that's there's another 7 turns for that to happen. So there's stuff there that we can do. Team, I was just wondering whether it's the $800 a week or for 20 hours a week. Seasonal, open-ended work contract. Seasonal for 2 months. A 40-hour week there at 4,000. Okay, interesting. So you can click on these people and have a look at what their skills are, I'm guessing. Sort by butcher, sort by crops, sort by sheep. We're not doing sheep. Sort by admin and sort by... We're not doing sheep. We're doing cows. Interesting. Okay, so these are crop people. See, it doesn't give us any information on what their particular. Well, we know that their skills crop, but and he hasn't really got much. For $800 a month, we can get somebody to work on our crops. Okay, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right, guys, we are going to leave this first look here. Now, don't forget that this game is free to play. So if you want to have a look at it and have a fiddle with it, your link is down below, guys. I reckon this has so much potential. There's areas here that we can obviously buy for growing more crops. I don't know whether you can sell excess crops. Was this where our manure shed was? I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. What's that? That's a shop selling some of your... so you can actually build yourself a... or you can actually sell like a... you can have a farm shop. That's actually pretty cool. That's our manure over there. That's our feed storage building. Your feed storage building allows you to store commercial feed and your crops for your herd. This allows you to be less dependent on the price of raw materials. Beautiful. That would be something to aim for pretty quickly. We can get information on this field. Current crop, winter barley, fertility. Wow. There's a lot to go into, guys. There is a lot to go into. I hope that you have enjoyed this this first look. I know a lot of people on my channel would probably enjoy this. Now, if I just save that, there we go. Overwrite save, yes. And we go back to the main menu. Here we are in the main menu. I just wanted to see what the join game was. So I'm guessing that you can set yourself up a multiplayer game. In the options menu, you've got your sound, music, sound effects, and general. You've got your graphics options right there. You've got your controls, which are just listed there. There's the controls are relatively simple, and you've got different your different options in regards to the text. There you go. So that is it, guys. Roots of Tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.